Let's see. I gotta leave here in about an hour, but let's take a look. I got my curiosity got perked. Because originally I did not think I thought we tested this in New Game +1 already with Matt. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe I'm right. I want to see. I would like to see. Light Reaper's the only fight that I think is going to legitimately be a problem with the dual rings. Everyone else I think is going to be super normal. They're going to die. Light Reaper's just going to be a little bit more bouncy because he seems like he's a little bit more poetic with his attacks. But I want to see. I would like to test this out and see if I need to make a correction to that video. I got to make a pinned comment that says, hey, I'm wrong. So I don't mind doing that. I take full responsibility if I'm wrong. So let's see. Do the dual rings work in PvE? Do they work in New Game +1 against PvE? Let's see. That is the question. That is the question right here that I have. So far, this video is being not received well. For what I know. I want to go full power. Full power. 2 roots. 2 roots. And this ring. This one right here. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Light Reaper. You're probably the only one's that's gonna give me an actual issue. So let's see. Because you give me an issue with the 2 defensive rings. I mean, 5,135 damage is still pretty damn good. Target, please. That's the reason why I want targeting. 1,000. I don't think he's that big of a deal. Oh, okay. All right, so dual rings don't work against PvE bosses. That is cool to know. I'm not trying to be sarcastically fucking pissed off here. I'm just, it's fucking hilarious to me because that still works. I'm doing 2,800 damage right now. Maybe that was just a fluke. Maybe, you know, they're talking about like bosses like Pieta. That's what the problem's going to be at. That's what the problem's going to be at. She is going to be an issue. She's going to be the issue. This in health. Come here. Take this. Put this there. Let's try the defensive. Let's try the defensive mechanism. I mean, actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work in PvE. According to people, this does not work in PvE. The bosses in New Game Plus past 0, this does not work for. I could see like New Game Plus 3, 4, 5, this won't work no more. But is there really a point going past like New Game Plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I mean, you're just dare to get more of an artificial fucking inflation of a challenge. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But New Game Plus 1 should be the test that everyone can agree on if this works or not. And so far, I've killed a Light Reaper. I killed the first boss, doing dual rings with actually no problems. Didn't waste all my quintessences. Let's climb up here. Let's go see Pieta. Is this going to be... Am I going to be able to do damage? Let's see. Wow. It don't work. I mean, I already got our second phase in New Game Plus 1. This don't work. They're right. It does not work. This don't fucking work. Look, it don't work. 2 rings don't work. 3 bosses dead. Tutorial boss. Light Reaper. Pieta. It's less than fucking 10 minutes. This does not work. This does not work. So, I'm being told in a video in the comment section that putting 2 rings does not work in PvE when you get back past New Game Plus 0. I don't want to see that clay animation bullshit. That's some fucking disgusting shit right there. I'm being told that this does not work, but yet I am seeing it with my own 2 eyes. Things are dying in front of me. Oh yeah, I need to go do this vestige because there's no other vestiges now. I'm gonna go to one more boss. I'm gonna go to one more boss. Like I said, I got prepared for fucking work. This ain't my job. I'm gonna change one ring out because I feel I'm a little bit too strong. I legitimately feel like I'm a little bit too strong. You know what? I want to buy some shit real quick. Because we're gonna fucking grind the shit out of the fucking Red Reaper.
We made of whatever the cost to that as are you.
In Radiance, judgment.
I'm at the point that vigor does not even fucking matter. I am going to buy every fucking mana stone and fucking cow tooth there is. Why am I getting worked up on people? Because legitimately, I thought I was wrong. I'm not even gonna put, like, I was going to put a correction on that video, everything else, be like, oh shit, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody's right that, you know, in New Game Plus 1 and higher, you're not going to see the same results as you see in, you know, New Game Plus fucking 0. I don't know. It is 12 minutes in. I'm making damn good time in this game right now. I'm doing what I normally do. I haven't died. This is the bitch who's gonna kill me. This is the bitch who's gonna kill me. Oh, wait, you see, that's not the right boss. That's not the right boss, Travis. It's not the right boss. You're going to the wrong bosses. Get the fuck out of here. He still dies. So I'm going to tag this stream. I'm going to make sure this stream is public, and I'm going to tag this stream in that video, and I'm going to leave that be as the answer to this crap that I'm hearing about. Oh, well, that's not going to work in, you know, New Game Plus 2 and New Game Plus 1 because, I don't know, 2 rings has been officially working out for me in New Game Plus 1 right now. Things are dying. Just like it was in New Game Plus 0. Are the bosses stronger? Do they have more health? Yeah, they have more health. Yeah, they're not getting one-shotted. And I mean, I'm not worried about, like, why am I not jumping? I'm not worried about that part. Or like, I already knew that was going to happen in this game. They were not going to die in like one hit. That was obvious. I can't jump right now. What the hell's wrong with me? Let me calm down a second. But I mean, I really feel that you know, before people make a comment to someone about it doesn't work against bosses in, you know, higher games that test it. I was genuinely curious. I was like, holy shit, it don't work. I am trusting a community that I believe is smarter than I am. I mean, like, okay, they're right. This doesn't work. This build is not going to work. I'm not going to get an extra 60% damage with 2 rings and a pendant on bosses in this game. And I'm sure my damage will be completely crap, just like it would be in New Game Plus 0 if I don't have the rings. The point of that video is that even for PvP and PvE, those 2 rings break everything.
You redoing a good job. ILL. Catch up on the stream later. I agree with you 100.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be here long. I'm spending time going through this because I am testing this out because some people is making a comment on a video that I did with the dual ring saying that it's not broken. That in the PvP aspect, because what I showed and what I did, yes, that was New Game Plus 0. Yes, in New Game Plus 0, I am one-shotting shit. But you're taking what I just basically put together, and you're not looking at the benefits of it in the aspect of PvP. This is bad for PvP. This is the reason why I say that, you know, if you want to nerf if you want to buff the Red Reaper and nerf things, this is something that should be nerfed. This is something that should get balanced. Is that same name items should be balanced. In Dark Souls, you can get 2 fucking rings and have them stack. So why is it stacking in here? And when people figure out, you know, things like, hey, wait a minute, if I do 2 rings. Thing is that I realize, yeah, the bosses are not going to die as fast in New Game Plus 1, New Game Plus 2, New Game Plus 3. They're artificially inflated. The only one that's actually any fucking intelligent is the fucking Light Reaper. He's legitimately the best fucking enemy in the game. He's actually the only one that I think that I have pleasure watching him kill me because he's smart. I mean, people don't realize that when we were doing this build, we were doing this in New Game Plus 1. Before my character died because of the Umbral ending and then before it got patched. Well, I was already in New Game Plus 1. My Jon Snow character was in New Game Plus 1, and we beat the entire game. And my friend Matt was the one that was doing this build. And we were fucking decimating bosses. The only boss that we had trouble with was the Light Reaper fight. Because it's like his AI went from fucking 0 to fucking 100. Like, that's the only fight that I can see it has issues, but I killed him. But because of 2 rings. If I didn't have the 2 rings, you wouldn't be dead. I would be dead. I had to test this. I had to test this. Was I completely wrong? Because if it is, I was going to make a retraction on that video. I'm not making a retraction on that video. I'm posting this video, this live stream, against that stream, against that video, and I'm saying basically, what am I doing wrong in your eyes? because clearly I don't see that issue. I still see myself 20 minutes in the stream going opening my first shortcut and going to my next boss. My next two bosses. And I'm going to go test it against them real quick. Because it's only fair to test this right now. If the next two bosses do not kill me and die, I'm going to put two of the barrage roots on. This is my max power. The only thing this
Hi
game's going to do.
FOXSOL Paul from the UK United Kingdom, having coffee and enjoying the stream whilst I relax. Hope you re-well. Slightly smiling face.
I'm doing fine. I got 30. I basically only got 20 so minutes or so that I can play this game right now, and then I got to go to work. But right now, Paul, I'll tell you what's going on. I got a video I just posted, right? About the dual rings and how basically this is broken. 2 rings on you is fucking broken. I got people telling me that the boss fights going on here. Oh no, when you get to past plus game 0 with the boss fights, it would help if I put on my fucking from my lantern to my shit. Okay, this might actually be difficult. I might just fuck myself here. Let's see. Did I fuck myself? Kill the dogs. Wow, half her health already fucking gone pretty much. And if I would have gone to the right shit here, I would have been fine. Wow. She dead. 2 hits. And it's not like dual rings are... And the dual rings are not going to help me none, even though it just did. Okay, so clear premise of what's going on here is I got 2 rings on me right now, which is supposed to be pretty much the key problem here. People are telling me it does not work against bosses. I don't know. I think I've seen bosses die right now, left and right. It's increasing my base skill right now, my base magic skill right here of 192 plus 702 by an extra 60%. Don't dodge that.
When I eventually get to that level, the spell you use, what rings equipment do you use, please? It looks awesome.
Another dead boss. What I'm using right now for this is basically the stereo appended 2 and barrage roots. Like, damn.
I went to sleep watching and I wake up and you still going to bed, man, lol.
No,
okay,
so no,
thumbs
Cal,
up.
I just started back again, Calvin. And the reason being is that my video they posted just a little while ago, I got people basically telling me that, you know, what I'm doing right now is not possible after New Game Plus 0. And I don't know. It looks like it's completely possible to me. I'm 25 minutes into the stream. I'm going to end it right here pretty much. I've gone through, we have killed the tutorial boss, the Light Reaper, Pieta, the fucking, what is it? The center one right here with the dogs.
Challenge
the
run.
Hound, the dogs. And we have defeated the last boss. I'm going on to the Hush boss and shit like this. And the 2 rings is multiplying my stuff by an extra 60% on top of the normal damage it already does. Which to me is broken. And if it's doing it to a PvE scenario, like I was trying to express, I was using, and in that one, I was using 2 different rings. Okay, I was using the 2 defensive rings to showcase something completely different. But it doesn't matter what 2 rings, as long as it's 2 rings and they stack up on each other, it can be considered somewhat broken. In terms of spells, the 2 barrage roots needs to be nerfed. Because with the pendant and the 2 roots, I'm doing an extra 60% damage, which is not hurting me. It's making me, it's not hurting my stats. It's not, you know, I have my stats completely maxed out on spell casting. Radiance and Umbral is maxed out.
This isn't a Souls-like big guy.
No. It's supposed to be a Souls-like game. That's why what I was explaining is all I did in the video, and I'm getting people that's like legitimately commenting like this doesn't work. And I was actually like, oh shit. I didn't test it in New Game Plus 1. I've been playing it New Game Plus 0 because that's just what we've been playing, because I didn't see the point in going New Game Plus 1 because there's an artificial difficulty in this game. And because of artificial difficulty in the game that I'm not too worried about doing. Hold on. I'm just like, you know, okay, there's no real actual point in doing New Game Plus 1. 2 or 3 or 4 or higher.
Is this game actually worth playing? I have seen so many mixed reviews. IDK if I should get it.
It depends. If you like Soul-like games, this is a game that you should play. This is a game you could get. Do I say you should get it right now? No. I would say you wait till this game comes out on sale and you get this game. Because the problem with this game is that pretty much they release an unfinished product. And that's the problem. The problem is, I'm gonna not lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. They released an unfinished product, and it's gotten better with some of the patches and everything. But some of the patches are still breaking shit, and there's things that they're doing with the patches that they're not fixing certain things that should have been basically considered a fix first. But they're so worried that you're going to cheese the game that they're working on stopping all the cheese methods before fixing the performance or the quality of life on the game, really. That's really what it comes down to. Like, my biggest issue here is that they're fucking buffing the fuck out of a fucking Red Reaper that chases you if you're in the Umbral for fucking too long, because people were cheesing the shit out of them and all this other good shit, and they're upset with that fact. But I go do an Umbral ending and I crash like fucking 7 times to just get through the ending. I'm sorry. I think priorities is fix your game's endings. You know, your game's ending first. When someone's going to go for this ending, fix the glitches of, you know, falling through the floor, fix the performance issues first before we tackle on, you know, stopping players from having fun. Because it's not that big of a deal. But developers do them. They do what they want to do. I'll still be here. I'll still break what the fuck they bring out. And legitimately...
Gotcha. I've played all Souls and enjoyed DS2, so the enemy density problems people were talking about weren't really concerned, but if it crashes a lot it may be hard on mediocre PC.
It don't really crash a lot. Like, there's one ending in particular, which is called the Umbral ending, that crashes. The other issue with the game, the enemy density, that got fixed. All right, it was pretty bad. The thing is that people, when they were playing the game, they were upset because the only way to play the game originally was to speed run the game. Like any Souls game I've done in the past, that's the first thing I would always do.
They have
is
to
I
fix
would run it
Kukajin
generic.
Quest Dante work for me 4 times.
They see, like, one of the patches, like just what Mark's there said, is pretty much like you got the Caucasian quest that if someone wants to do it, what ends up happening, it's glitched. It's basically you cannot fucking do the quest at all. So someone who's trying to go for like a platinum achievements right now cannot get it because that quest don't work after the last update. The devs are just, there's certain things in this game, like I'll tell you like this personally, in this game, in the Umber world right now, it's perfectly fine, but in the future, depending on how long I play this game for, the Umber world, if I'm stuck in the Umber world for, let's say, more than 10 minutes at a time, I fight the Red Reaper, or I'm just running through it, and I keep going into these sections where they drop in enemies, you could tell that the game starts to stutter, that starts to have some issues. It's not as fun. Sometimes I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like it's Blight Town all over again. And right now,
Hi Clever Fox, this is my first Souls game and I have been using Pieta till endgame. I feel way top, but I am kinda used to the Radiant level 70 build. Do you have recommended weapons or build that produce the same amount of damage? It's sad to see because this game looks beautiful. Ema, just wait for the Black Friday Steam sale and get it. Can T fight Kukajin only? I need for plotting now.
I mean, in reality, I don't really have any recommendations on the build or anything. Like, my build right now is completely an Umbral build. And I found the actual cap on spells on Radiant. It's actually 97. It's not 95. I went all the way to 200 on both of Inferno and such. 97 is the cap on all that. So, let's see some. I think I'm doing a lot of damage in New Game +1 with 2 fucking rings. I don't know, guys. I think the commenters is telling me that, you know, this does not work. Having 2 of the same name item rings does not work. It's kind of working. I just want him to leap at me. You're not gonna leap at me, or we could just go play this game of you fucking riding a horse around in a fucking circle and fucking coming at me. Look, I'm taking my time on this.
What are your top most fun builds you used? Are you enjoying the Embrail build you are using right now?
Yeah, I enjoy this one the most because it's basically the strongest build there is in the game. This is the most broken build. I missed. Where is he? Get the targeting system off, please. I don't want the targeting system. If I do the targeting system, it's going to fuck me up. I have to be aiming at the ground. There we go. Now that we've... Like, this is what I was expecting in New Game +1, but I'm still doing tons of damage. Like, this is still broken. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be getting mad at this shit. I really shouldn't.
In death, may you continue to shine as the radiant paragon you are in life.
Does Ing bosses have new attack pattern?
Remembered evermore.
Not that I see. Not really that I see. So far in New Game +1, I have fought... We have beaten the Light Reaper. We've beaten
I
the
use
Tutorial
Umbral
boss.
Inferno hybrid. It's fun.
All I'm gonna say is build what you like, what you think you like, and go with that and build on. Like, I don't really have a recommendation. My builds that I recommend, if I were to recommend, would be a strength build, like guts, like my guts build. I really love doing my guts build. I like how the vestiges aren't even actual vestiges anymore. Like, I really like this. Like this, I'm fucking joking. Like, this is fucking stupid. Like, when it's time to come back here, if I were to do the Lord's Ending, this is a fucking chore now. We only keep the main vestiges now. The difficulty spike that comes into this game really shouldn't be there. I'm gonna be resetting anyway before I do a stream tonight. I'm just gonna purchase what I want to purchase real quick.
Like you, I serve.
Might as well not waste that. I think I actually got skulls on me, don't I? Yeah, I got skulls. Let me go ahead and use this. Use several. And today, no, tomorrow is the last day that we'll be able to farm out these skulls. Like, I don't see a difference between New Game Plus 0 and New Game Plus 1, except enemies are a little bit more tankier and they do a little bit more damage. That's about it. And there's a way of fixing that problem. And I think every Souls player is going to know how to fix that problem. Just put a fucking vitality. Take the hit. But I will do this one more time. We're going to restart New Game Plus 1. We'll restart New Game Plus 1. Here's my build. Two barrage roots. Appended. That gives me 60% extra damage on top of what I'm already doing with my Umbra build. With this build in particular. We were calling this the one-shot build in New Game Plus 0. In New Plus Game 0, this fucking would fucking just delete a boss. Is delete a boss in here? Depends. I didn't jump. I don't know why I didn't jump. I know I hit the jump button, but apparently the jump didn't fucking come out. So let's go do this again. Light Reaper is the only one that I'm going to say that I think his attack patterns and everything completely change. He's more fucking aggressive than he is in New Game Plus 1. Every other boss so far I have faced in the beginning of this game, unless maybe like supposedly the Monarchs change and all this other stuff, but I've had people who came into my stream and says, nah, the Monarch still does the same exact fucking bullshit as he normally does. So I can't take that. I'll believe that until I get to it. That the Monarch is exactly the same as he has been, because they said they did a complete rework on the Monarch. The difficulty so far of what I've seen on the bosses, except for Light Reaper. Light Reaper is the only real fucking exception to all this. Is that they're artificially been given fucking steroids and told, go out there and go take a fucking beating and provide a beating. That's it. Otherwise, they do the same stuff that they did in New Game Plus 0. They don't change their attack patterns. They're not more, thing. The difference is I can't just delete them as fast as I would like to, but I'm still doing a lot more damage to them. And all New Game Plus 1 did, basically, in my personal opinion, is add basically an extra 15 minutes to a speed run. That's it. That's all it did. New Game Plus 1 just had 15
Light
minutes to
Reaper
speed
best
run.
boss in game for me.
Light Reaper's always going to be the best goddamn fucking boss. But like I said, what got to me, and the reason why I'm streaming right now, because I wasn't going to be streaming this early in the morning, is because I got to be leaving here in the next 20 minutes here. Actually, next 15 minutes. But it's just the fact that people are commenting on my video that this does not work. in higher versions of the game. Like, I can understand that this probably does not work in New Game Plus 7, 8, 10, and whatever. If they keep artificially every New Game Plus, they keep adding more health and more damage onto the boss, yeah, this is not going to be a one-shot build at New Game Plus 5. Why would you want to go New Game Plus 5? I do not know. But in New Game Plus 1, this is still practical. This is still worth it. You see this guy right here? Look at this guy. I want you to look at his health, of what's going to happen. Now, this is going to be with 2 rings. Look at that. Now, if I can get all the balls clustered into a small area and not widespread like that, that's a one-shot on him. This is a Light Reaper fight, right? New Game Plus 1. Same shit, same attack pattern. I fucked up there. I will admit that. That's not how you're supposed to do that. How you handle this fight? Kick him.
OMGGG, that damage, ha 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 ha.
Look, 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 look. He's already past half health. He's already past fucking got half health. The rings don't work. The people who in the stream are the people that's on my comment section right now saying this doesn't work. This doesn't work. I don't know. I think it works. I think you gotta be a little bit more careful. But I think he's fucking dead. I think that's the best way to prove my point. So the last video I just posted about how I believe having 2 of the same name rings in your inventory on your character is broken in PvP, PvE, I think also applies to New Game Plus 1. You tell me. You tell me I'm wrong. I think the only thing I'm gonna have to do now to make this game so much easier is I just need to be able to take a hit. So endurance and vitality needs to go up to 75 each. And then at this point in time, this is going to be New Game Plus 0 after I'm done. If I farm today, when I come back home from work, by the end of the night, this is going to be New Game Plus 0. We'll be doing the same shit in New Game Plus 1 as we were doing in New Game Plus 0, and we're going to have a good old fucking time. Everything's going to be fine. You can start doing this around level what? What level am I right now? 255. So I actually joined this, and I actually been leveling up since then. So I actually joined this probably like 240-ish. I don't know.
Have a good dag, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Sam. I'm going to be tagging this stream into that video, and I'm going to be pinning my comment up, and I'm going to go with that because, I mean, it fucking works. I don't know. It just fucking works. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Sorry for the early morning stream. Sorry for the little bit of a rant, but I don't know. It clearly seems like it works to me. It might not be as, you know, oh, they're dead and instantly, but that's to be expected. Like, that's common sense.